everybody, this is Boogass Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the NECA Lootcrate exclusive TMNT Danny Pennington figure. So before we take a look at Danny, let's take a look at all of the accessories that he comes with. So first up, Danny comes with his Walkman, and I'm not a fan of how the headphones are done. This is all one very soft rubbery piece, and the headphones are just way too rubbery to stay on his head, and even on his ears. So yeah, they don't want to stay because they're so rubbery. They're just really, really soft. I would have preferred this to be a harder plastic with the cord right here being rubber and the Walkman itself being rubber too. But the Walkman has a little bit of paint and sculpt detail to it. And if you want, you can actually do this. This is what I've been choosing to do. Just put his headphones around his neck there. And I think that looks pretty good like that. He comes with this standard head sculpt, and this looks really nice. It's got a bunch of sculpt and paint detail to the hair. That paint variation looks very nice. It's done in like a glossy color, so his hair is just a little bit sticky. It's got like a little bit of a sticky feeling to it. But the likeness to Michael Turney, it is really good. I do feel like the promos were a little bit better, but having it in hand, it's definitely not as bad as I thought it would be. And finally, he comes with the foot bandana head sculpt. This head sculpt also features an open mouth, and the bandana is actually articulated. That really surprised me. I do feel like it could have been painted a little bit better because you can see there's a lot of black on it where there should be some red. There is some black in the folds, which I don't mind that. That actually looks pretty good. But yeah, there's a lot of red that's not painted on right there. And I was curious to see if Danny's head would fit on a foot soldier body. And it doesn't. It's just resting on top of that neck right there. So yeah, if you try to do that, you make this abomination. I should have known that the head wouldn't fit just because Danny's on a smaller body mold. But yeah, if anyone is curious, this is what it looks like. So taking a look at the rest of the figure, this Sid Vicious shirt looks really nice. I'm really surprised NECA got the likeness rights to do this. But yeah, that looks really good. It looks just like the movie. It's got some nice paint variation to it. Now, one thing that surprised me with this figure is he uses the whole upper torso, lower torso, legs, and shoes of the NECA John Connor figure. So yeah, that really surprised me. You can see that they are the same. But this one is painted a lot better than this one. Honestly, I wish that the pants on John would have been painted as nice as the ones on Danny. But yeah, the articulation under here is exactly the same. He has the ab crunch and the ball joint right here. So that will be the same. That also does make him shorter than he should be, since NECA reused this body mold. That is my main complaint, but you'll see more of that when I do some size comparisons later on in the video. Look at the pants, they have a nice texturing to them, and they're painted really, really well. That wash over them looks really nice and brings out the details very nicely. You can even see the tear right there. They painted some skin tone into the tear on the knee of his pants right there. So yeah, that's a lot of detail. This one also has better painted shoes. The shoelaces are painted really nicely. You get some gray right here, the white along the soles right there. And yeah, these are just painted really nicely. I was surprised how neat the paint on the shoelaces are. So now, let's go ahead and go over his articulation. So the bandana actually has a swivel back here, so you can move that all the way around. He can look up just a little bit, and down pretty much all the way. He can move his head side to side, and you get a little bit of tilting. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can only move out that far. He has single-jointed elbows that can only bend in that far and move side to side. I really thought he had a swivel up here, but nope, it's all one piece. So the only swivel you're going to get is right there at the elbow. He has a swivel wrist that can move side to side and up and down very slightly. These pegs are very thin. It feels like I'm going to break his wrists anytime I move them. So definitely be careful with that. As I mentioned, he's on the John Connor body mold, so he has an ab crunch that can move back just a little bit. And let's see. He can crunch forward just a little bit. He has a ball-jointed waist that can move up and down very slightly, and it can move side to side pretty well. The shirt does hinder the articulation up here. It also hides the fact that he reuses that John Connor body mold. He has ball-jointed hips that can just about do a complete split. He has swivel at the thigh. He can kick forward just a little bit, back just a little bit. He has single-jointed knees that can bend in that far and move side to side. And finally, he has ball-jointed ankles that can move down all the way, up all the way, side to side very slightly, and they can rock a little bit. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, there he is next to John Connor. Here he is next to April, and he should be just a little bit taller. he should come up to about her chin, and he doesn't. I mean, the height isn't too bad on him, but yeah, he should be just a little bit taller. Here he is next to the 2-pack Casey Jones. Here he is next to a Foot Soldier. Here he is next to Shredder. Here he is next to Splinter. And finally, there he is next to the Turtles. And honestly, the size difference for them isn't too bad. So overall, this is a really, really awesome figure. I'm happy that I got this Loot Crate. Hopefully everyone that needed one was able to get one, because now the only way you'll be able to get it is through eBay or Big Bad Toy Store. And Big Bad Toy Store is charging eBay prices, so I wouldn't recommend that. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.